Well, welcome back to Hunter Logan Unmiked. I am, of course, Hunter Logan. Who else would I be? This is episode 10. Still in 2018, but getting closer to the end. We'll be starting 2019, but we're in October. And man, we're going to Statesville, North Carolina. Yep, traveling again. For the Friends of HLE Radio, North Carolina. Got some good friends there. Some real good friends. Chuck and Jewel Waldrop. Sweet, sweet people. Servants' hearts for the Lord. Just lovely. Now I'll tell you this. Our friend Bruce Hedrick, who's from there as well, he come down for the second family reunion. And the third. During the third family reunion, he brought Chuck Waldrop with him. And Chuck's life was changed so much that when he went home, his wife Jewel had to come to the fourth family reunion because she wanted to see what changed this man's life. Now, this is from Jewel's lips to mine. She told me this with her own mouth. And Chuck did too. He said, I wanted to see. He said he came back a changed man. I wanted to see what changed this man. So she came down. They'd both come down for the fourth annual family reunion. It was a great, 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 great time. But through our friendship, they felt led to help out the radio station by doing a benefit for HLE Radio. Now, I didn't know if I was going to be able to make it up there or not. Things are still tight. I'm still selling guitars. One of our listeners thought it would be important for me to be there since they were raising money for the radio station. They thought it would be important for me to be there. And I agreed. So they paid for the trip, which is awesome. I would meet one of our listeners there for the first time, who is down here, moved down here now, lives down here now, volunteers at the station, helps with the station, with Saddle Up Radio and HLE Radio, talking about Patricia Tichy. I meet her for the first time up there. Scott Bordner, one half of True Heart, and now Jocelyn Bordner, his daughter, 1/3 of True Heart. At the time she wasn't, but now she is. They would come out. Peter Mack, the pride of Prince Edward Island, Canada, he would be there. And Dwight, who came to the family reunion, who just passed, God rest his soul, great man, was there. Got to play with him, get to play music with him. A legend up there. Of course, Brian Carpenter, who lived not too far from there, I guess about an hour away, I think, in Greensboro, North Carolina. He was there. He came, met us. Now, I had my dad, I had him drive me up there, so I think it was a long drive. But we're going to have to drive at night. And I'm not that good of a driver at night because I can fall asleep real easy because of my CPAP, my sleep apnea. So I enlisted my dad to drive me. He's a truck driver, used to be. And he can stay awake and drive at night. And he did. So I was thankful for that. So he drove me up to North Carolina. But man, it was so good. It's such a great time. They got a nice place out there. Had it set up really well. Of course, it's like mini family reunion because we're all all seeing each other again, hugging. Just, it was great to spend time with everybody. Patricia, she was there. Stayed at the same hotel, actually. So we got to have breakfast together and meet for the first time. It was really cool because, she'd been listening to the morning show. I brought her a pound of community coffee to take back with her, I remember. She had never tried community before, so I brought her a pound of coffee. I knew she was going to be there. I brought her a pound of coffee. think we got a picture standing by the vehicle with the pound of community coffee. They auctioned off a guitar, and then they gave it to me. After it was auctioned off, I ended up with the guitar. I still got it. That's the one I play at church now. When I'm in, I play it at church on Sundays when I'm in and not out on the road. So it's a nice little Stratocaster, a little Tex-Mex Stratocaster. So I play that at church. I play it at church when I'm in. Chuck and Jewel, just wonderful people. You're never going to meet more generous people and more real people than Chuck and Jewel Waldrop. I can tell you that much. So we head on back from North Carolina. We get back November. I'm going back to Church in the Country to play bass for Michael Lee again. I told Michael, I said, man, I'm going to become your official bass player. He just kind of laughed. Michael was doing a concert again. I came and played bass for Michael. Now, they had plenty of musicians there, which is nice of them to have me. And I really appreciated that. So I came on and played and jammed and had a good time, man. I always loved just going over there and playing, and they just always treat you good. So if you're ever in Woodville, make it to Church in the Country. It's a great place to go. This time, this was Camo Sunday. It wasn't just a concert, it was Camo Sunday. Now, Camo Sunday, it's wild. You dress up in camo. Well, we dressed up in camo. I dressed up in camo. I don't really hunt. I can't be still enough in a deer stand to hunt. I can't. But what they do is after, they let people go deer hunt in the morning, and then they have church after the hunt's over. So, and they give prizes away. And I mean some serious prizes like deer stands, bags of deer corn, scopes for the guns, rifles, bows. I mean, just hunting stuff. Really cool prizes, man. And then they feed you too. So, and then you can go back out in the stand if you want or whatever. So it's called Camo Sunday. They do it every year during opening day of deer season, or opening weekend of deer season. And it's open to the public. You go there. Doesn't cost you anything. You get a ticket. You can win prizes. And you get a meal. And it's just great time. So, like I said, I was lucky enough to be a part of that. First time I ever been to Camo Sunday. I loved it. Dressed up in my camo. Played bass with Michael Lee. I didn't hunt anything. It was a great time. Now, November would be a fairly busy month too, because not only did we kick it off at Camo Sunday, I had to go to Nashville. So, from North Carolina at the end of October to the first week, going to Woodville, Texas, then driving to Nashville after that for the finale of the ICM Talent Show. Now, keep in mind, that year, 2018, the ICM Talent Show started in Jennings, Louisiana. The finale finished in Nashville, Tennessee. And we're broadcasting that live. We covered it live. So that was cool, man. We go to Nashville. There's always something good that happens when we go to Nashville. Now, one thing I do remember is at the church where we were broadcasting the event live, the finale, the internet was really bad, and I couldn't keep a signal. But Russell Smith comes to the rescue. He turns his phone into a hotspot for me, and I'm able to broadcast the event off his hotspot on his phone. Amazing. I'll never forget that. I'm so grateful to Russell for letting that happen, or making that happen. So I was able to use his phone. He turned it into a hotspot, and I broadcasted the event live off of Russell's phone using the hotspot. So we were able to broadcast the event live, and that went well. And hadn't seen Isaac Cole in 3 years or so. And then there he was. He come by. It was good to see him, man. It was really good to see him. And Cody McCarver, I would meet Cody McCarver for the first time. It was great to meet him. He would end up playing the J200, the very one I talked about in the last episode. He would end up playing that thing on the Grand Ole Opry for the award shows in 2019. Yeah, he played, or was it, maybe it might have been even 2018. I think it was 2019. He played it on the award show at the Grand Ole Opry. So that J200 has been played on the Grand Ole Opry even. Man, I got some stories to tell about that guitar. Anyway, so the talent show ended up being a success for the broadcast. So we got through with that. Also got to spend some time with my buddy Robbie Lynn up there. He was still up there at the time. Sunday's Kind of Country, which we still air on HLE radio. He was moving and shaking, doing some things up there. I would go by Carter's Vintage Guitars and some other guitar shops looking for the elusive Dove. No luck. Every time I go to Nashville, every time I get a chance to check a pawn shop, I would look for a Dove. Couldn't find one. They had a Doves in Flight, and I played it, but it just, that's just a new one that came out. I mean, they ain't been around that long. I was looking for an original Dove, and just couldn't come across one. They're not that easy to come across. They really aren't. It's people who have them keep them. But anyway, I was still looking for that Dove, man. Just to play it, the elusive Dove. But everything went well. Nashville was a good trip, always is. But I had to get back because the following week, Jace Harold and Dwayne Williams are doing a concert here in Jennings at the Strand. So here's the Strand Theater again. We're doing more concerts here at the Strand. So just in July, we had Colt Barber and Butch Tinker. And then at the Strand again, we had the ICM Talent Contest. And now we got Jace Harold and the teddy bear Dwayne Williams. And that show was excellent. Jace always does a great job. So this thing with me and Jace has been going on for a while. He comes down here, I go down there, and we just help each other out when we can. That's why we run the HTO on HLE radio. Plays on Sunday evenings now. But that show's been running on HLE radio almost as long as HLE radio's been on the air. We kind of started out about the same time. So another great concert at the Strand here in Jennings, which is letting people know why we're the Christian country music capital of the world. And the city, I'm using this to our advantage. Because there would be a proposal coming to the city. And we're getting closer and closer to getting them to buy in to what we're doing. I would finish the year out going back to Church in the Country in Woodville, Texas, for our Country Fried Christmas. I'd play bass for Brent Harrison. Brent Harrison came down to do the Christmas program that they had there. And I came back and I would go there to do the bass for him, play bass for Brent, the band. And that was a great time. Loved getting to visit with Brent and Jade, my wife too. We've been friends ever since we found them, or ever since they found us. We were the first ones to play his music here at HLE Radio. So we'd finish out the year 2018. We'd finish out the year 2018 at Church in the Country playing bass for Brent Harrison. Then I would come back here, recap the year, and cast vision for the following year, 2019. Now 2019 would be another banner year. I mean, we're getting busier, and there are things happening right at the threshold. I mean, it seems like everything is getting ready to happen in 2019. In 2020, even better. Until. But the next episode will start the year 2019. We're getting closer. We're getting closer to ending this thing. We're getting closer to catching up to real time, and I'm excited about that. Hey, remember to check out HLEradio.com. You can check me out live in the morning, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. on the morning show, HLEradio.com. Download the free app. It's in your app store. If you missed any episodes or you want to go back and start these over to catch up to where you are now, you can get any of the episodes, Season 1, Season 2, Season 3, HLEradio.com. They're on our website. You can get them from there. Make sure and check out Choice Social. You're going to get stuff on there that you don't get anywhere else. You'll get the podcast early, actually, if you want it. And you'll get stuff, content that we're not doing anywhere else. It's just on there. Hey, I love and appreciate you. Till we see each other again on the radio. Remember, Duke 28 and 2.